Wow. And I got walk-on music. Love that. Good morning, everyone. Great to see everybody this morning. No hangovers in the audience, right? It is great to be back with the hardworking men and women of the building trades. And what an honor it is for me to speak to you from this stage, where soon you will welcome the most pro-union president in the history of the United States, President Joe Biden. To President Sean McGarvey and to Secretary-Treasurer Brandon Bishop, thank you. Thank you for your leadership fighting for working families all across this nation. To my friends from the great state of Illinois, including Ironworkers General President Eric Dean and Elevator Constructors General President Frank Christensen, thank you for your leadership. Thank you. They brought their Midwestern values and leadership to advocate for workers on the national stage. And I am proud that they've never forgotten where they came from. All over the Midwest, from Missouri to Michigan to Wisconsin to Minnesota and so many other places, workers' rights are gaining strength. When I spoke with you 4 years ago, Illinois had been plagued by an anti-worker governor hell-bent on union busting so that he could lower your wages. Collective bargaining rights were on the chopping block. Prevailing wage wasn't being enforced. And project labor agreements were outright eliminated. He held our state budget hostage, hoping to trade for right-to-work laws. The men and women of organized labor fought back. You protested. You knocked doors. You took voters to the polls, and together we won the largest margin in the history against a sitting Illinois governor. I came here 4 years ago, and I told you that I was determined to make my state a beacon of hope for working families all across the Midwest and the nation, showing our neighbors what it looks like for a state to truly stand up for workers in the 21st century. Today, I'm here to tell you that's exactly what we've done. During my first 24 hours in office, I issued an executive order requiring project labor agreements and a prevailing wage on all public projects. We adopted rules to fight wage theft and day labor exploitations. And I worked with the General Assembly to pass and sign laws protecting fair wages and workplace safety. Most importantly, we became the first state to enshrine into our state constitution the Workers' Rights Amendment, guaranteeing your right to organize and collectively bargain. Today, Illinois has the most PLA-covered projects in the entire nation, more than 1,000. 1,000. Our Department of Transportation alone has nearly 3 times the number of all other states combined. And we now require the Illinois Department of Labor to determine the prevailing wage rate for each county in Illinois and to report annually on the number of public works projects throughout my state so that we can have accountability that outlasts my tenure in office. And most importantly, we've created jobs on the state level before the Congress ever got around to it. I pushed for and passed a $45 billion Rebuild Illinois capital plan in 2019, the largest capital infrastructure plan in state history, and at the time, the largest in the nation. And as a result, we've created and supported hundreds of thousands of jobs for union men and women. And in doing so, you've brought our state's roads and bridges and schools and broadband and rail and airports into the 21st century. And CNBC now ranks Illinois as having among the best infrastructure in the entire country. And that's not all. I got the data center tax credit passed in Illinois, and it's brought over $8 billion in new investments to our state and created thousands of good-paying jobs for union tradesmen and women. And to ensure that working families are at the forefront of building our new economy, I passed the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, creating tens of thousands more jobs with a nation-leading pro-worker clean energy law. Every single wind, solar, and EV charging station project has a PLA and prevailing wage requirements, every single one. Every worker, no matter their background, should have the opportunity to join a union and take part in our thriving, diverse workforce. And that's why we've put $50 million in Illinois toward our Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program, breaking down barriers for more women and people of color to take advantage of the thousands of jobs created by our nation-leading infrastructure and clean energy investments, while building a pipeline of qualified workers for our booming industry to fill the growing need for new apprentices. When all is said and done, supporting workers' rights is about investing in Illinois' most precious resource, our nation's most precious resource, our people. We are making it so that every family can build good lives for themselves in the Prairie State. We ought to be doing that nationally, and our president is doing just that. In the meantime, I'm proud to say that Illinois is the most pro-worker, pro-union state in the entire nation. And Joe Biden knows it, which is why I couldn't be more excited to host him and Vice President Harris and all of you for the Democratic National Convention next summer in a little union town called Chicago. President McCarvey, Secretary Treasurer Bishop, and the governing board of presidents, it is truly an honor to share this stage with all of you, and to the 14 building trades and the millions of workers that make up NABTU, thank you. Thank you not only for your partnership, but for your tireless work to build a nation that serves the best interests of America's working families. Here's to our collective prosperous future in Illinois, throughout the Midwest, throughout the entire nation. God bless all of you. Thank you.